Lesson 115, number 14. It has log base 1/3 of 3x minus 2 greater than 1. So on these you have an inequality, so you have to check whether the base is greater than or less than 1. This one is less than 1, so you leave the base on the left hand side and turn it into exponential form. Leave the base here. I just leave the inequality alone. I don't flip it. So 1/3 to the 1 greater than 3x minus 2. Now that if this base would have been greater than 1, I would have brought the base over to the right hand side and I would have had 3x minus 2 greater than 1/3 to the 1, or well, if it would have been greater than 1 it wouldn't be 1/3, but we're going to leave it here because the base is less than 1. Okay, so 1/3 to the 1 greater than 3x minus 2, just put it in exponential form. Trying to solve for x, so I added 2 to both sides. 2 can be written as 6 halves, 6/3. 6/3. So what I did is when I add this to this, it's like 1/3 plus 6/3, so that's why I wrote 7/3 right here. And then I divide this side by 3, but then I thought it'd be easier to multiply this by 1/3 instead of dividing by 3 because it's the same thing. And then I end up with 7/9. So notice I just left, there's different ways to do this, but I just left my inequality the same. Like I didn't bother flipping it. I just was very careful with it. Now that's kind of an odd way to say it. It's right. X is in between 7/3 and 2/3. Where did the 2/3 come from? Well, we know that this thing has to be positive. So what I do is over here on the side on some scratch paper, the argument, I set it greater than 0 and solve that out. Okay, so when I solved it, I got x had to be greater than 2/3. Okay, so that's where that 2/3 came from. Now it's better to write the small number, the smaller fraction on the left and the bigger fraction on the right. So I just kind of flipped this around. And there's your answer.